automation framework implementation. See, automation framework names local, depends on company, no standard names. These all frameworks are third party frameworks only. See, some generic names available in the industry, keyword driven framework, hybrid framework, etc. But you can use any meaningful name. Suppose if you say in our company we are using ABCD framework, this is the process. If you explain proper process, then we have to accept it. ABCD framework might be there. See, automation framework implementation. We already discussed some theory. Next, continuation. Key elements. See, before taking the break, 2-3 points I will explain. After the break, we will discuss practical concepts. Key elements. Key elements of automation framework. Any framework. Key elements of automation framework. See, a well-defined folder structure. Why folder structure? To store and organize automation resources. To store and organize test automation resources. What are the test automation resources? Give 1 or 2 examples, Saujanya. Test automation resources. Samir, to store and organize test automation resources. Samir, give 1 or 2 examples for test automation resources.
Automation resources are like library files,
yes,
recovery scenario.
Yes, library files, shared object repository files, recovery scenario files, environment variable files, etc. All these are automation resources. Any confusion, Saujanya?
No, sir.
In the last class also indirectly I mentioned automation resources. Next, organizer spreadsheets, or you can say organizer file.
In automation resources, we should have the driver script also, right?
Automation resources, okay, but I am going to explain driver script as separate, that has some specific purpose. Say driver script also UFT test script, but in automation framework specific purpose is there. That's why I am separating that driver script. Organizer spreadsheet. Pardon?
And we can, as a part of test automation resource, we can put the test results in one of the folders, right? That is also there, right?
Test data, test results also.
Okay.
Organizer spreadsheet. What is the functionality of organizer file? It provides organizer file. It provides instructions. It provides instructions to driver script. It provides instructions to driver script. Okay, in the next one, guidelines, I will explain this one. Just list out. Next, driver script. Next, initialization script. Initialization script. See, these are the key elements. Well-defined folder structure, organizer spreadsheet, next, driver script, next, initialization script. Okay, na Samir?
Yes, sir.
Next, one more thing. This is company specific process guidelines. Defined already. Companies define framework structure and guidelines. See, process guidelines docs, one or more process guidelines docs. Next, folder structure. See, folder structure may vary from one company to another and one framework to another, but purpose is same. Depends on your company environment you can follow. Purpose is same, but folder names may vary. Purpose to store and organize automation resources and other files. See, folder structure. For example, object repository. Suppose if we follow descriptive programming, then we no need to have this folder. To store, Samir, object repository folder to store what type of files?
Shared object repository.
Yes, shared object repository files, not local object repository. Those are internal files. Anyhow, generally we don't use recording for test design, either keyword driven methodology or descriptive programming. See, if you have sufficient time, you try to use descriptive programming. Otherwise, you can go with the shared object repository method. To store shared object repository files, see, before this, test scenarios. To store test scenario files, one or more. Generally, we use Excel files for writing test scenarios, but no restrictions. Object repository. See, Samir raised one question. Test result belongs to automation resource. Say in this automation folder structure, in this main folder and subfolders, we store automation resources and other files also. Say test result file, generally that is output file, isn't it, Samir?
Yes, sir.
Test result file is not used for building test cases, na? Building test script or test cases, na? It is output.
Right, sir. But I want my after test execution, the result be emailed to the various stakeholders. So I need to store somewhere as a part of framework, right? Because when it on the remote machine,
yes,
it looks for the path where the results are stored.
You can store in folder structure only. You can create one test result folder and store. No issue. See this.
That is the reason I was asking that question.
Okay, yes, you can store. Say this folder structure not only for storing automation resources, for other files also. Automation resources and other files. So suppose, for example, we store process guidelines documents also in the generally in miscellaneous folder. This process line document only guidelines document. It is not used for building tests. Test result is not for building tests. Okay. Automation, test automation resources and other files. Okay. Next, function library. Function library to store VBS files. VBS files. Next, suppose if you are using recovery scenarios, create recovery file. Just recovery file. Suppose if you follow VB script features, yes, you can follow. Say in this folder structure, we create all folders. You use or don't use, we create all folders. Sometimes we don't use all folders. Depends on our requirements, we can use, but we create all folders to store QRS files. Next, environment to store environment variable files. Extension of environment variables, environment variable file. Saujanya, extension. Saujanya.
It's TS.
Extension of environment variables file in UFT. Samir.
I don't remember, sir.
XML. We already used now. Next,
Yes, sir.
environment variables not belongs to VB script, belongs to operating system. Okay. Instead of environment variables, you can use one VB script feature as global variables. See, in UFT test automation, we use environment variables as global variables. Already we discussed in environment variables chapter, you can recollect that one. Tell me, Samir, instead of, suppose I don't want to use environment variables, instead of environment variables as global variables, instead of environment variables, you can use one VB script feature as VB script feature for global variables. What is that feature? We already discussed.
User-defined variables, right?
No user-defined variables in VB script. What is user?
It's a global variable, sir.
No. What is global variable? Instead of environment variables, we can use a dictionary object now.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Can you recollect, Samir? Dictionary object.
Yeah, we can use dictionary.
Earlier we used dictionary items as global variables now. Okay. See, next. Organizer. Next. Drivers. Suppose yours is a lengthy project, you can use module wise drivers, or small scale or medium scale project, you can use single driver for entire project. Next, test data. Next, test result. See, driver file is driver file is UFT test file. UFT test. For test data, no UFT local file. you can use global file formats, text file or Excel file or database file. See, for test data you can use either text file or Excel file or database file, etc. No restrictions. For test results also you can use text file or Excel file, etc. Most of the time we use Excel. Next, miscellaneous. See here we store process guidelines, docs, approval docs, next instructions by team lead, etc. Anything else except initialization script, that is independent file, separate file. One folder may have subfolders and files. Anything else, Samir?
So what we are going to put in organizer? What is the organizer?
I'll explain. Purpose of organizer I explain. It provides instructions to driver script.
Okay.
Initialization script. Okay. See, I will provide high level steps. Observe high level steps. First, just a minute. First, create folder structure. Suppose our project name is ABCD underscore automation. ABCD underscore automation. Create subfolders. Ritu, did you join?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Test scenarios. Next. Just a minute. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Test scenarios. Next. Object repository. Next. Function library. Next. Recovery. Next. Test data. Next. Test results. Next. Environment. Next. Miscellaneous. Next. Organizer. Drivers. Okay, suppose in miscellaneous, generally we store approval documents, next process guidelines documents, etc. Just high level steps. See, first concentrate, Samir. Create a folder structure. folder and subfolders to store and organize test automation, resources and others. Next, create test automation resources and store into corresponding folders. Next, create organizer file. See, usually it is Excel file, workbook, Excel workbook. What is the functionality of organizer? Observe Samir. Functionality of organizer. It provides instructions to driver script. It provides instructions to driver script. Based on organizer instructions, driver execute tests one by one and export test result. See, using organizer file, we can control the test execution process. Next, generate driver script. See, this driver script is UFT test only. UFT test script. What is the purpose of driver script? It executes tests one by one and export test results based on organizer instructions. Next, create initialization script. See, it is VBS file, AOM script file. What is the functionality? It launches UFT tool. Next, calls driver script. Then driver script execute tests one by one, and at the end it closes UFT tool. See, it launches UFT tool, calls driver script, then driver script execute tests one by one based on organizer instructions and export test result. At the end, initialization script closes UFT tool. See, with single click we can execute series of tests and export test result. Okay, using batch testing also same process, but it is organized way, systematic approach. Can you tell me the high level steps, Samir? Here we discussed 5 high level steps. What are they?
First, we have to create a folder structure which will store and organize test automation resources and others. And next is create test automation resource and stored into the corresponding folders.
Good.
And after that, what we have to do is create a organizer file.
Organizer file. What is the functionality of organizer?
It provides instruction to the driver scripts.
Okay. Next.
And then we have to create driver script. And after that, we have to create the initialization scripts.
Initialization script. What is the functionality of initialization script?
It is basically used to launch the UFT tool. And then it will call driver script. Once the test execution is over, it will close the UFT.
Good, good. See, these are the high level steps. Next, before the break, just I will create one test scenario file. Then we will take break. Just a minute. See, this test scenarios format also depends on company. It varies from one company to another. But purpose same, it varies from one company to another. Test scenarios.
Can't we do something called as libs, and that under that we will have common?
Pardon?
Which will store. We can further classify this functional library folder, right?
Yes.
Which have a common, and we can put and which are specific, which is common to across all the tests, and then which is not in common, we can put it outside of common.
Yes. In function library, you can store common functions to build tests. Then what is the problem?
No, I'm just asking. So we can also put initialization scripts and as well as
initialization script independent one.
Yeah, so we can put under common, right? Because it does not depend for any specific test.
See, after the framework creation,
and we can also. I was just thinking, so I'm just sharing my idea.
Okay. See, after the completion of this framework, then you can analyze. Say, and one more thing, in this framework, say we have various frameworks in the industry. I'm going to explain one framework, keyword driven framework. In keyword driven also, so many flavors of frameworks available in the industry. I'm going to explain one flavor. In this flavor of keyword driven framework, no physical tests. We build tests using reusable components, nothing but user defined functions only. Here no physical test. we build tests using reusable components only. See, observe. Say serial number. Next, test scenario name, prerequisites are pre-setup. Next, navigation, or you can say steps, test steps. Next, verification points, one or more. Next, error handling. Next, input data. Suppose if we use multiple sets of test data, here we provide reference file, ref so and so file. Next, remarks. See, I'm taking the dummy application. One scenario is login. For this dummy application, no registration required, but in real time, registered user and password required. For example, registered agent navigation. Can you tell me the navigation, Samir, for that login functionality in that sample application?
So first we have to launch the
application.
right application. Then enter username and password.
Next,
click OK button.
Agent name. Next,
enter password.
Next,
click OK button.
Click default button. Here default button is OK button. This is the navigation. Next, Saujanya, what is the verification point in this scenario? Verification point.
When we launch the application, if application is not
after successful login, just a minute.
Yes, sir. We need to check.
After successful login, you can get flight reservation window.
Yes,
window.
Sir.
Otherwise, just error.
Otherwise, error.
See. By checking the existence of flight reservation window, you can confirm login functionality.
Yes, sir.
Check the existence of flight reservation window. Error handling. See, if we use invalid input, suppose if login or if agent name or password incorrect, then it will show error pop-up. We need to close the error pop-up and cancel the login dialog in order to put base state. See, close error pop-up and cancel login dialog. Then base state. Input data.
Username, agent name and password.
See, agent. Here agent, any 4-digit value. Suppose agent ABCD. Next, just a minute. Password Mercury. See, in real time, you can get that username and password and enter. If you are using multiple sets of test data, here just refer that file, reference so and so test data file. Okay. Next, open order functionality, Samir. Open order. For open order, login is prerequisite na or pre-setup na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, login means flight reservation window required. From flight reservation window, you can proceed. Here steps.
Click on the open order button.
Just a minute. See, click on open order button, check order number 8 box, enter order number, click OK button, then you can get your order opened. See, click open order button. Open order button. Just a minute. Next, check order number checkbox. Next, enter order number. Next, just a minute. Enter order number. Next, click default button. Here default button is OK button. Here verification point, Samir. Suppose I'm entering order number 6. How to confirm that order number 6 opened or not?
What we can do is we can check the order number value in the cell.
Yes. See, in this disabled 8 box, order number available na? Capture that order number and compare with input. Input 6, here order number 6, then pass, otherwise fail. See. Capture order number and compare with input data. Next, here also same. Suppose order number 29. Order number not exists. That time we need to close the error pop-up and cancel the open order dialog. This is the base state. Flight reservation window is the base state. Tell me, Samir, what is the error handling in this scenario?
We have to close the error
pop-up and cancel the open order dialog box. Cancel the open order dialog box. Next, here order number. Suppose some 7. Next, one more scenario. See, I will use 3 scenarios. You can add or remove scenarios. You can add some more scenarios also. Next, update order. See, for this update order, login. Next, at least one order required. Insert order before this one. Observe. First open order. Select any one field. Suppose tickets 3. Update order. Here it is showing confirmation message, update done. Save. Open an order, any order. Next, select tickets. Not only tickets, you can select any other field. I am selecting tickets. Next, select tickets and update the value, or you can say edit the value. Next, click update order button. Click update order button. Next, click update order button. Enough, I think. Okay, now Samir, plain navigation. Just high level steps I written. Verification point. Capture confirmation message. And compare. And compare with expected. Okay. Suppose input data tickets. Tickets equal to some 6. Oh, here error handling na. Just a minute. Here also it will raise error pop-up. Just close error pop-up and set base state. See, like this you can prepare scenarios. I am using 3 scenarios. You can add or remove scenarios. Okay, you take 10 to 15 minutes break. After the break, we will create a function library, shared object repository files, and driver script.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now Samir. Samir, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Okay, cool. You take 10 to 15 minutes break. After the break, we will continue. See, continuation. First, create reusable components. Login function. Just I'm recording, but you can export local objects. We use shared objects only. Otherwise, you can use descriptive code also. Stop. Next, insert verification point. If window of flight reservation dot exist of 12 seconds. Say this time is optional. If you don't specify the time, it will take 20 seconds as default time. Fail it time only, it waits maximum time. Pass it time, it takes required time only. After checking the existence, close the window in order to perform next test iteration. Next, suppose login equal to login successful passed, else login unsuccessful, failed. Just display the result. Display statement only for dry run. In framework we don't display, just we will export the result. How to export I will show in driver script. Only for dry runs we use display statements. After that we will remove these display statements. Make it as a reusable component. Function login of arguments agent password. We can pass single inputs or multiple inputs. Next, pass arguments as parameters. Agent password. Next, error handling required. Say if we use invalid input, then it will raise error pop-up. To handle this scenario, we have three possibilities. One is you can use system util.close descendant process utility object. It will close all windows that opened by UFT during execution. Otherwise, you can use pop-up recovery scenario. Otherwise, programmatic way, you can check the existence of pop-up and kill the pop-up. See, you can use either system utility object or pop-up recovery scenario or programmatic way. Suppose system, see in error handling in recovery scenarios chapter, programmatic way also we discussed. You can use that programmatic way. Check the existence of error pop-up in this else part and kill the error pop-up. Otherwise, in this scenario, you can use system util dot close descendant process. Check this one. Call.
Can we use screenshot also to capture the screenshot?
If it is required, you can capture using capture bitmaps method. You can capture if required.
Okay.
Say I am going to create simple functions. Suppose if pop-up that error message also required, you can capture that error pop-up screenshot, or only message also you can capture. Call login of ABCD. You can capture Samir. You can capture error pop-up or only if you want only message. Just a minute. Suppose you want this complete screenshot, you can capture using capture bitmap method and store in that folder structure anywhere And if you want to capture only this error message, you can capture this message using getRO property method. What is the problem?
No problem, sir. Understood.
Okay, cool. See, in parameterization chapter, we discussed how to capture that message and export. See, you remember Ritu, in parameterization chapter, we captured we exported result and error message also to Excel file na.
Yes, sir.
Say, run the function, put base state, run. Okay, login successful. Why it is showing immediately? Why it is showing immediately? Just a minute. Okay. Okay. Valid input. Okay. Next, invalid input. Run the script. After 12 seconds, it will go to else part. In the else part, error handling already there. Okay. See, export local objects. How to export resources, object repository, file, export local objects. See, you can create small size local shared repositories, small size repositories or large size repositories. Depends on your company strategy. Suppose if you create small size repositories, later you want large size repositories, no issues. You can merge repositories using object repository merge tool. Otherwise, you can continue with small size repositories, shared object repositories. Close. Next, take this one, take this code, function library, create library file. See, for this function, I will create function header also. Remaining functions only heading. You can create function headers for all functions. That is best practice. See, function header. See, function headers also vary from one company to another. See, function name, login, author, suppose Samir. Next, date of creation. Next, date of modification, if available. Next, input, output or outcome. Purpose of the function. See, input, agent, password. Output or outcome. Samir, output or outcome. Flight reservation window. Next, purpose. Log into application. Log into flight reservation application. See, like this you can create function adders. Just a minute. Next, open order. You can write header for open order also. Next, update order. Next, close application. See, already we used close statement in this the login function, but don't close. If you close, it won't useful for open order and other functions. Okay, prepare remaining functions. Save as VBS file. Suppose these are user module functions. Example, user module, admin module. Take new test. Create open order function. Open an order. Next, capture this order name, order number. See, design, step generator. Take hand icon, show the object, click OK. Next, get RO property, value, text property. Next, variable, suppose order number. OK. Stop. Next, write condition, Samir. Condition. If, suppose here we are passing ORD as argument. Just a minute. Function open order of ORD. Write condition, Ritu. If, what is the verification point in this one? Saujanya. Nobody responding. Samir.
Yeah, if order number is equal to
Order NO equal to, just a minute. If order NO equal to
ORD.
Good. ORD. Then open underscore order equal to, suppose, any meaningful message, order opened, passed. You can capture order also. ORD concatenate. Else order not opened.
We have to put reported or report event, right?
Yes, you can use reported.report event also. But what will happen? If you use reported.report event, it passes the result to UFT result window na.
Right.
Suppose I want to pass this value to external file, my own result file, suppose Excel file. Then
okay, then we have to store in variable.
Yes, store in function name and you can export that value. Otherwise, you can use reported.report event also. So many ways, but it passes the value to result window only. Reported also UFT tool feature. Next.
Yes.
Call the function. Call open order of, suppose, order number 3. Put base state. Run the script. Okay, we didn't display now. Put base state, run the script. See, observe, Samir, manually you can observe the value. Third order opened, but it is showing 3 order not opened. Not opened. Okay, here I didn't change the message. Run the script. Why it is showing incorrect output, Samir? Samir, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you. I'm thinking actually.
See, here we are capturing the data na. Capturing time, it considers as string type data na.
Yes, sir.
Conversion required. See.
Yeah.
Cint of, suppose if you are reading input data from external file, that time for ORD also conversion required. But anyhow, here we are using hard coded value, no conversion required for ORD. If you read the data from external file, read the input from external file, then you need to convert ORD also. That I will show in data data driven hybrid framework. Observe, now it is okay. Run the script. 3 order opened, passed. Okay. Failed scenario. Suppose order number 30. Put base state. Run the script. Type mismatch. Nothing capturing. Provide error handling. Samir, error handling is important task in test automation. Not only in test automation, in computer programming. Here we have to kill this pop-up.
We have to capture the window and if exist.
Just a minute. This is the base state. Say if so and so error pop-up exists, then kill the window run the script. First of all, it is showing in type mismatch. See, if we enter 30 in this order number 8 box, no value na. If you try to convert no value, it is showing error. Here also exception required. If order NO not equal to blank, then convert and compare. Just try. Just a minute. Put base state. 30 order not opened failed, okay, but it is not handling this one. Observe Ritu, placement problem.
Yes, sir. So can you repeat this ninth line again? If order number not equal to
Not equal. Suppose if you enter 30 order not exist na, that time no no value in this box. Order number 8 box. If you try
yes,
to
sir.
capture no value, then cint function shows error na.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just a placement problem. Just a minute. You take this else part. Just instead of another loop, another condition, just write one else part. End if. Here end if. Just a minute. Placement problem. Put base state. Run the script. Expected if. Observe the problem. You remove this one. If you remove this one, what will happen? You won't check this one. Run the script. Still placement problem. Observe, Ritu.
Yes.
Here one and if. For first if, second and if. Still problem, I think. Not closing. See, first, if order number not equal to nothing, then convert and compare and write the result. Okay. Else, close the error pop-up, change the placement. Not equal to nothing. Not equal to nothing. Just a minute. Run. Now order closed, pop-up closed, order not opened, failed. Okay. Next, try with valid input. Run. 3 order opened, passed. Okay. Next, again run. 3 order opened. Again run this one. 30. See, we didn't set base state. Here already 3 available. Problem. So first to set base state at the beginning. Where is the base state statement? Base state. This one. Now first to use valid input. Suppose 5. Run. Base state. 5 order opened, passed. Next, invalid. Suppose 50 order not available. 50. Run the script. Okay, now handling. Observe Samir. Now it is handling now valid and invalid inputs.
Yes, sir.
What we are doing, first we are setting the base state by clicking that new order button. See, observe, Ritu. Suppose,
Yes,
suppose order number 1. What is the expected output? Order number 1 available, opened. Run the script. 1 order opened. Okay. Next, this time we didn't set base state manually. Script will set. Next time 100. Run the script. 100 not opened, failed. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Any query? Export object repository, file, export local objects, open order, close. Next, take this function, open the function library, open order, save. Next, update order. Just a minute. Okay. I'm taking the new test. Just open an order. Select tickets and modify the value. Click update order. Next, capture that message. Design step generator. Take hand icon. Show the object. This is ActiveX control. Get row property of text property. Next, return value. Suppose confirmation message. Confirmation message. Any meaningful variable you can use. Stop. Make it as reusable component. Function. Update order. Without underscore also you can write update order, but single word. Tickets argument. Just a minute. Pass tickets as parameter. Actually this selection statement not required. Next, insert verification point. Just a minute, you take that value. Object spy, show that ActiveX control. Messages, application messages sensitive. If confirmation message equal to within double quotes string type data, then update order equal to order updated passed. Else order not updated. Order not updated. failed. Call the function, call update order of some one. Put base state, run the script, order updated. Oh, we didn't use a display statement. Display statement for dry run. Suppose 2. Run the script. Observe some error problem. Actually order updated. You can observe tickets 2. It is showing update done also. But why our function is showing order not updated failed? Synchronization problem. Actually that update done process taking below 20 seconds only. Below 20 seconds only. Then why synchronization problem? See synchronization. Observe file settings. Run. Suppose 200 seconds. Example. Apply. Okay. Just a minute. Actually it won't take 200 seconds. But still problem is there. Observe. Run the script. See 200 seconds available now, but it is showing order not updated. But actually manually you can observe order updated. What is the problem? Synchronization problem only. Synchronization problem only. But we increased the tool default time, but problem not rectified. What is the problem? Tell me, Ritu.
Yes, sir. We can use wait statement.
Wait statement. Why? Say this statement, this capturing confirmation message statement, non-recordable statement, irregular statement. See, synchronization time only for regular statements, recordable statements. See, here if you use synchronization point, helpless. If you increase tool default time, helpless. Wait statement only work. Suppose wait 10 seconds. In synchronization chapter, we discussed that one. Synchronization point, increasing tool default time, applicable for recordable statements only. See, just use 20 seconds, just default time only. Just a minute. Suppose 3. Run the script. Now it is waiting. Wait statement blindly waits. Now you can get correct output. Order updated passed. Okay, na Samir?
But suppose even if you put 10 as a wait and it takes 15 seconds, then
pardon?
I mean, we cannot rely on the wait. We have to use some state of the update process bar completed. Then only we can move to the next step, right?
See, you perform dry runs and guess the time and give maximum time. Here synchronization point won't work. Increasing tool default time won't work. Non-recordable statement, irregular statement. Here wait statement only possible. Here how to get wait time 10 seconds or 15 seconds. Perform dry run. Execute the script 4 or 5 times and guess the wait time and give some surplus time. Hello?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, I mean, can we handle that progress bar that till it completes, we can ask the script to wait, and once it is complete,
Yes,
then
for that
only we.
you try any other VB script feature. If you want to maintain exact time, otherwise you can
Yes.
provide approximate time. Okay na?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
See, just a minute. Run the script once again. See, this time executed. Just a minute. Observe. Suppose 4 tickets. Run the script. I didn't set base state for this test case for this operation. Base state not required. Run the script. Waiting. Okay. Order updated. Passed. Okay. Observe Saujanya. Run the script once again. Synchronization also comes under error handling. What is the problem, Saujanya? We used same value na. Earlier we updated 4 tickets. This time also same. That's why not updated. Here error handling required
Yes,
na.
sir.
Error handling required. We have to kill
Yes,
that
sir.
error pop up.
Uh-huh.
In the else part. Else part, one more condition. If, okay, before that I need to generate that statements. Put base state. This is the base state. Stop. See if so and so error pop up exists. Dot exists of suppose 3 seconds. Then kill the error pop up. Anyhow, not updated only. And set the base state. Suppose 2 seconds. 2 tickets. Run the script. Order updated passed. Suppose same input. See error pop-up closed and set base state. Order not updated. Okay na Samir? Error handling.
Yes, sir.
We export that local repository. Resources. Object repository. File. Export local objects. Yes, cut this code. Open function library. Edit. See this call statement not required. Next, close application. Close application. See function close underscore app blank parenthesis, no arguments, window of flight reservation dot close. Here also for this function also you can write result. If how to verify, Samir? If after close application that flight reservation window not available na.
Yeah.
So check the existence. If not, negative condition. If not,
Win flight is off
window
window
of
flight
flight
reservation.
reservation dot exists. Suppose 4 seconds, or you can change this one. Then close underscore app equal to application closed. Just a minute. Next, see last 10 minutes. Actually, it won't complete. It won't be completed on Monday in regular time. Your regular time 9 to 11 EST. We will we will have another session. In that session, we will complete this framework. See, uh,
Sir, we can do it on next Sunday.
next Sunday. What about other participants? Okay, no problem. For me, next Sunday I have another schedule. Monday or Tuesday you choose your regular time.
Saturday we can do it, right?
Sir, Tuesday is fine.
Pardon?
Tuesday is fine, sir.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Monday
Yeah,
or
Tuesday is fine for me also, sir.
okay.
Yeah, sir.
Samir, next week I have another schedule, Saturday and Sunday. That's why I'm using your regular schedule, Monday to Friday regular schedule. One more session required. In this session, it won't be completed. The next session, 2 hour session, we will complete.
Yeah,
But
Tuesday is
sir, Tuesday you have a class now, Selenium class.
I will break that class for one day.
Okay, sir.
You try. Actually, next day, weekend, okay, but next weekend I have another schedule to Bangalore. That's why. Okay. Application won't be completed. Application not closed, failed. See, not closed, failed. Try to display MSG box, close app. Call the function, call, close app. Run the script, not closed. Just a minute. Observe Samir. Error handling issues. Error issues. Passed. Okay. See once again. Perform dry runs. Sample runs. Now window available. Run the script. Application closed. Passed. Run the script once again. This time window not available. It checks for that window to close for 20 seconds. After 20 seconds, what will happen? Cannot identify the object. Here also error handling required na?
Yes,
Observe
sir.
Samir. At beginning also we need to verify that one. If so and so window exists, then close. If not exist, don't close. No need to close. Exist. If so and so window exists, see not case sensitive, then close. See one way condition. If so and so window exists, then close. Just run the script. If exist, close. Okay. Not exist, but closed status. At the end, closed status. Suppose if exists, it will close. Run the script. Okay, closed, passed. What about that one? Closed only. Closed status only. Okay na? Saujanya, it is handling na?
Yes, sir.
Any confusion, Samir?
No, sir.
Okay. Save. For this, you no need to export objects, only one object. That object already available in other repositories. Edit. See, like this, you can prepare reusable components. Just organizer spreadsheet I will show. Next, driver script and initialization script we will discuss in next class, regular class. Organizer. Just a minute. See, first I am renaming the sheets. Module. Test case. Test step. See, first select module sheet. Fields module ID. See in this spreadsheet, in this organizer file, some fields only participate in execution, some fields only for reference, only for understanding. Module name, next module exe. Say, suppose module ID. mod 1. You can use any unique names. Mod 2, mod 3. Suppose in your project, 3 modules. Next, first module, user module, admin module, for example, reports module. Module 1, Y, N, N. Execution status. What you understood as per this execution status, Ritu?
It will execute only first module. User
It
module.
will execute only first module. Suppose if we use S, then it will execute first and 3 modules. Okay, na? Okay, means using this module sheet, we can control the test execution process module wise. Next, test case. Test case ID, test case name. Just a minute. Test case name, test case execution status. Next, module ID. Not sensitive. Field names won't participate. Column headings won't participate. Okay. Suppose test case ID TC001 2 3 4 5 like this. Suppose test case name, first test case login. See, test case is different, function is different. Function only login. Test case, login test case, end-to-end scenario. First login, next closing application. Next open order test is different, open order function is different. Open order test means end-to-end scenario. First login, next open order, next close application. Open order, next update order, next fax order, next agent registration, yes, 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 no, suppose yes. See, mod 1, first case belongs to mod 1, mod 1, mod 1. Next, fifth case onwards, mod 2. Observe, relation between first sheet and second sheet. What is the relation, Ritu?
Modules.
Relation between first and second sheets.
A module and module execution. Module ID. Module ID.
Module ID. Module ID is the foreign key. Okay. Next, observe Samir, as per this these instructions, how many test cases will be executed? Observe these two sheets. How many cases will be executed?
4.
Saujanya?
First 3, sir.
First 3.
Can you show?
First
Can
three.
you show module?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, user.
Observe Samir.
Yeah,
first three only na.
Yeah, because fax order is no. Correct, sir.
First three only. What about last case? Fifth test case also Y status, but comes under module 2 na. Module 2 not executable.
Yes, sir.
Module is primary, test case is secondary in this organizer. So first three cases will be executed. See, relation between module and test case sheet, module ID. See, through this test case sheet, we can control the test execution process test case wise. First module wise, next test case wise. Okay, test step. See, one test case may have one or more test steps. One or more test steps. Test step ID. Field names won't participate in the in that execution. ID. Test step name. Next. Function name. Reference field. Next, keyword. Next, test case ID. Test case ID. Next, input data. Next, results. Results after execution. Suppose first login test case having two high level steps. TC001 underscore TS1. Next, TS2. TC002 underscore TS1. Next, TC003 underscore TS1. See, one test case may have one or more steps. Like this you can prepare. Suppose login. First step, first high level step, log into application. Log into application. Next, close application. Next, all are end-to-end scenarios. Open an order, close application. Next, log into application, update order, open and update combined in this function, in this step. Close application. Function name, only reference field, login. Next, close underscore app. Next, login. Open underscore order. Close. Login. Update underscore order. Close. See, you can use any meaningful keywords. Suppose login, ln, not only 2 digits, you can use 3 digit, 4 digit. any meaningful name. CA, LN, open order, OO, CA, LN, UO, update order, CA. Next, test case ID. See relation between second and third sheets. Test case ID. Test case ID is the foreign key for second and third cases. Suppose TC001. Second step also belongs to this one. Next, TC002. Just a minute. Next, TC 003. See, like that you can continue this one. Next, input data. This is also reference field. Suppose for login, here I am not writing data, just parameter names. If it is single input, we can directly use that input in driver script. If it is multiple values, that we will read from test data file. Close application, not applicable. Open order, ORD. Next, agent password, tickets. See result after execution. Now tell me, Samir, last 2 minutes. What is the relation between first and second sheets?
I think module ID.
Relation between second and third sheets?
Test case ID.
Test case ID. Okay. Say create driver script. Create driver script. See. This is UFT test. Store in framework folder. Drivers. Next, associate all resources to driver script. Associate all resource files to driver script. Why? Driver has to execute tests and export result. See, first associate function library, file, settings, resources, browse path of the library, user. Next, associate shared object repositories. Can you tell me that navigation, Samir? Associate shared object repositories.
I think it is in files.
No.
Uh,
Associate shared object repositories. Resources, associate repositories. Associate repositories, click add icon, browse path of the repository file, associate one by one. Associate with action, current action, Okay. See, launch object repository. See, information loaded. Okay. Next, create driver script. Here I am going to use data table. You can use Excel object also. How to use Excel object we discussed in Excel object model. You can use either data table or Excel object. See, add new sheets. Add new sheets to a runtime data table. Runtime data table to import organizer instructions. To import organizer instructions. How to add sheets to runtime data table, Samir? How to add? I want to add 3 sheets. I want to import 3 Excel sheets from organizer file.
I don't remember, sir. Right.
Okay, cool. Data table dot add sheet. Suppose sheet name module. You can use another names also, other names also. Why we are adding new sheets to runtime data table instead of using default sheets, global sheet and action one sheet? See, global sheet, action one sheet, these are predefined sheets controlled by UFT tool only. If you want to control the data, you create your own sheets. These are user sheets. Create 2 more sheets. Test case. Next. Test step. Okay. Next step, import data from an external file, organizer file. Import data from an external file, organizer. Saujanya, can you tell me how to import sheets? How to import from external resource to runtime data table? We already discussed this concept in data table chapter.
I think it is import dot get sheet.
No, data table dot import sheet. Data table dot import sheet.
Okay, data table dot import sheet.
Just a minute. Data table dot import sheet. Next, path of the external file. Path of the external file. Organizer. Comma. Source comma destination. Source comma destination. 1 comma 3. 1. Data available in source file first sheet exporting to destination file third sheet. Destination file is runtime data table. In that first sheet is global, second sheet is action 1, default sheets. Our first user sheet is third position. Any confusion, Samir?
No, sir.
Next, 2 comma 4. Next, 3 comma 5. Just perform dry run. Check this partial code. Data table import sheet operation failed. Invalid file. It is showing invalid file. Desktop. Invalid file. Just a minute. Data available. What is the problem? Same syntax. 1 comma 3. See, this is old version. Na? You try with Excel file. Suppose save as 2003 workbook. Run the script. Okay. Compatibility issue. Open the result file. Data. Observe Saujanya, data imported na?
Yes, sir.
Module sheet, test case sheet, test step sheet. 3 sheets imported.
Sir, why initially it was not, why we are not able to get the data sheet?
That XLSX extension is supporting, not supporting for this version. In 12.51 you can use that version. Version compatibility.
Oh, okay.
Version compatibility issue.
This Excel is the latest Excel in the sense like 2010 or?
I think 2007.
Oh, 2000. Okay.
Just
which we have just got it, right?
Syntax common, syntax same, but compatibility issue. In 12.51 version, you can use that XLSX.
Okay, sir.
Just okay. Next, data imported. Next, logic. First portion of the logic. Read executable module IDs from module sheet. Read executable module IDs from module sheet. First take the row count of module sheet. Suppose one variable m row count row count. This is just variable. You can declare all variables at top of the script. Dem m row count equal to data table dot get sheet of here consider runtime data table. Module sheet ID is 3 in runtime data table. First global, next action 1, next module sheet. Sheet ID 3. Otherwise, you can use sheet name module dot get row count. Next, open loop structure for I equal to 1 to m row count 1 to m row count. Step 1. Next, set current row. Data table dot set current row of here I indicating rows I. Observe Samir, we want to read all executable module IDs. Provide the logic how to read executable module IDs. Only S status, Y status. First read module exe.
If
first read module exe. This is just variable. Module exe equal to
data table.
Just a minute. Module exe available in where is that organizer? Module exe available in third column. Data table of column ID comma sheet ID or column name comma sheet name. What is the sheet ID?
Sheet ID is 3.
3 only. Okay, now we are reading module exe. Next, write the condition within the loop. If module exe equal to capital Y, otherwise safe side you can convert this one. Safe side. If u case of module exe equal to Y, capital Y. Suppose mistakenly if we use small y also, it will convert to uppercase. Then read module ID. I'm taking one more variable, module ID equal to module ID available in first column. Just a minute. Module ID available in first column. Can you tell me, Saujanya, read module IDs from that module sheet?
Module ID is equal to row count.
Row count.
Or just A.
No.
Equal to quotes A. Sir.
Can you tell me, Samir?
On data table.
1,
3.
of first column, comma, sheet same, 3.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to display, you can display. Try to display statement only for dry runs.
Message box.
MSG box module ID. Just a minute. Module exe, comma, I, comma, module ID. Observe the organizer. Suppose these are the instructions. Then what is the output? Tell me, Saujanya, what is the output?
It will gonna read 2 Y, sir.
Samir, what is the output?
Module 1 and module 3.
Yes,
Mod 1.
mod 1 and mod 3. Mod 1 and
Yes,
mod
sir.
3.
Sorry.
Cool,
Yes,
cool.
yes.
Mod
Because
1
we are
and
doing
mod 3.
module ID.
Run the
Yes.
script. Mod 1, mod 3. Just a minute.
There is a print statement also in QTP, right?
Pardon?
There is a print statement also in QTP, right? You can use print and it will just print it.
Print.
Yeah.
Print command is there.
Otherwise, every time we have to click on OK, so it will just open, it will run and just display it.
You can print it. See, just a minute. We have to change the change organizer sheet now. That's why I'm opening that sheet every time. Print command is there. You can open that print command. What is the use of print command here? Tell me. If you use print command, what will happen? It will print. MSG box also display. What is the problem? What is the issue?
There is no issue, sir. It's you have to just click on OK button. Print will just open a dialog and show you the result. That's it.
Okay. See. Now this time it will display only mod 1. Mod 1. Mod 1. Okay. Okay. First portion of the logic over. This is comment. Next, don't close the loop and don't close the condition. This is nested loop. Nested loop. Read executable test case IDs under executable modules from test case sheet. See, read executable module IDs, sorry, test case IDs, executable test case IDs under, see here, compound condition. In the first loop, single condition, if module exe equal to y. In the second loop, compound condition, test case execution status should be y and module ID in first sheet and module ID in second sheet should be same. Compound condition. Read executable test case IDs under executable modules from test case sheet. Okay. First take row count test case. Suppose TC row count variable. You can use any variable equal to test case sheet row count. Saujanya, test case sheet row count.
The row count
already
equal
used
to
that syntax.
data table
Data table
dot
data table dot
get sheet, I think so.
get sheet
Export
get sheet
or yeah, get sheet and module, sir, whichever
not module,
module we
test
are
case
using.
sheet, test case
Okay, test case
ID
sheet.
4. You can use 4 or sheet name test case 4
Okay,
ID
sir.
or test
4
case.
ID.
Next, get row count.
Get row count.
Okay. Next, open loop structure for j equal to 1 to tc row count. Next, set current row.
Set current.
Data table dot set current row of
4
of Samir.
Sorry, is that test cases which
Set current row Samir. J. See in this loop, which one is indicating rows? J na. J first time.
yes, sir.
Second
Yes,
time
sir.
2, third time 3. See earlier. I first time 1, second time 2, third time 3, like that. In this scenario, J.
J will come.
J indicates rows. Next,
yes, sir.
module ID. Module ID available in test case sheet also. So read module ID. Module ID variable already available. You take another variable.
Module ID equal
module
to data
ID 2. Already module ID variable we used. 2 equal to read module ID from test case sheet. Test case sheet. Your module ID is in 4th column.
Okay.
4th column.
4, 1.
Data table of
open parenthesis
1,
4 1, 4 or 4, 1, sir.
4, 1. What is 1? 4,
4, 1, sir.
What is 1?
Or 2. Oh, 1
means,
is the header, sir.
What is 1 is header? 4 is column ID.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Samir?
4, 4, sir.
4, 4. Don't confuse Saujanya. 4 is column ID.
Yes, sir.
Next, what is another 4? Sheet ID. Sheet ID. Here 3, 3.
Yes, sir.
Third column, third sheet. 4, 4. Fourth column, fourth sheet. That test case sheet available in 4th position in runtime data table. Observe. We are exporting to 4th. Otherwise, instead of this 4, you can write test case within double quotes, sheet name, test case. Okay, module ID. Next, read test case execution status. Test case just variable exe equal to Saujanya, read test case execution status. Data table of
data table of 4, 3.
What is 4, 3? Column ID first, next sheet ID. That is the syntax.
Column is 3, right, sir?
Column is 3. Sheet is
And sheet ID is 4.
4.
I was going in the wrong way.
Okay, cool. Just a minute. Next, in the second loop also open the condition. If here multi condition, compound condition. Tell me the compound condition, Samir.
Test case execution is equal to y.
Suppose safe side. U case of
test case execution.
Test case exe equal to y capital Y and operator
and we have to check the data from the module table, right?
Module ID this variable in first sheet, module sheet. Module ID equal to
capital Y.
Module ID 2. The module ID equal to module ID 2. The two should be same.
Both should be same. Okay.
Observe. Here relation between first and second sheets, module ID. This module ID, next this module ID should be same. Under the module IDs only, you need to get Y status, test case IDs. Any confusion?
No, sir.
Now read test case ID. Suppose take one variable, test case ID equal to data table of test case ID. Test case ID available in first column. 1 comma sheet same, fourth sheet. Try to display this one. MSG box test case ID. First observe the organizer instructions. Here module 1 only executable. Here test case under module 1 we have four test cases, 3 only executable. Then what is the output, Saujanya? What is the output?
So, can you repeat the question, sir?
See, we have to execute executable test cases under executable modules. Here, executable module is mod 1 only. Next,
yes, sir.
Under mod 1, we have 4 test cases. First 3 only Y status, last one N status. Then what is the output?
So the first 3 will be executing, sir.
Yes. Test case 1, 2, 3.
3, yes, sir.
Run the script. TC001, TC002, TC003. Over. Just a minute. For example, mod 2 also executable, mod 3 not executable. Next test cases. Now what is the output, Samir? Output.
Four, sir.
Not only 4.
What you are saying, sir?
What are the executable modules?
2 only.
Mod 1 and mod 2.
Right.
Here what are the executable test cases under mod 1? 1, 2, 3. 4
and mod
status. Next under mod 2. TC005 also. Then what is the output?
It should be 4.
4.
Mod
Output.
2.
Output.
1.
TC001, TC002, TC003, TC005.
Yeah.
Run the script. TC001, TC002, TC003, TC005. This time only first 3 cases. Run the script. TC0, wherever you want to execute the driver script, close the Excel file. 002, 003 over. See second portion of the logic over. Don't close the loop, don't close the condition, continue. Next step. See first step, read executable module IDs from module sheet. Second step, read executable test case IDs under executable modules. See compound condition from test case sheet. Next third one, read keywords for all executable steps. Read keywords for all executable steps from third sheet in external file, fifth sheet in runtime date table. You consider runtime date table only. Test step sheet. First take row count. Just a minute. First declare the variables. M row count over. TC row count. J. Next. Module ID 2. Next. Test case exe. Next, you can write multiple declaration statements also, or you can use single statement. Take row count for test case sheet, test step sheet, test step TS row count. TS row count equal to data table dot get sheet of Saujanya. Get sheet of
So 5, sir.
5. Good.
5.
5, or you can write sheet name test step.
Yes, sir.
Dot get row count. Okay. Next, open one more loop for ijk
K
equal to 1 to
equal to row count.
TS row count. Next, set current row. Data table dot set current row
set current row
of
5.
5. 2 times we used that syntax. This is third time. Third time. See, in the first loop data table of set current row I. Here I indicating rows. Next in second loop J indicating rows. In third loop,
sir. K
indicating rows.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Next. relation between second and third sheet, test case ID. Test case ID variable we already used. Test case ID 2. Test case ID 2 equal to read test case ID from test step sheet, fifth sheet in runtime data table. Here test case ID is test case ID position is fifth column. Fifth column. Tell me data table of
5, 5.
5 comma 5. Data table of 5 comma 5. Okay. Next condition. If condition Samir.
In case of
Test case ID in fourth
We don't need
sheet
to add UCase, sir.
equal to UCase not required.
Okay.
Test case ID equal to Samir.
Keyword.
data table.
See relation between second and third sheet test case ID na. Test case ID we read from fourth sheet and we read from fifth sheet.
Equal to test case ID 2.
Good. Test case
ID 2.
ID 2. Here no UCase required. Enough. Next,
Okay.
display the read the keyword. Keyword equal to what is the keyword position in this sheet?
I think it's fourth position,
column.
sir.
Fourth column. Data
table
of
5 comma 4.
Data table of 4 comma
5.
5. Try to display MSG box keyword. Just a minute. I'm going to change the instructions. First, module 1 only executable. Next, test case only second test case executable. Open order. Next, these are what are the keywords for second test case? 3 keywords ln ooca. It has to display ln ooca. Okay na Samir?
Yes, sir.
ln ooca. Just a minute. Change the instructions. Suppose module 1 only test cases. First case, second case and third case. Fifth case, module not executable. This time it has to display lnca, lnoo, lnooca, lnuoca. Run lnca for first test case, lnooca for second test case, lnuoca for third test case. For example, I want to execute only 1 and 3. You can change the instructions. Next, write select case structure. Don't close the loop and condition. See, in this script we are using loops, condition, if statement and select case structure also. Select case keyword. Keyword is the expression. case ln, case ln. For case ln, I want to execute login function. Login, no call statement required. No call statement required. If you want to export the result, I'm going to export this result. Login of ABCD, comma, Mercury. See, just write ln case. You can use this case for hundreds of tests if required. Suppose login required for 20 tests. You can write single case for login. You can execute that keyword whenever login is required. Next, I want to export the result. I want to export the result. Just a minute. Test the result. Suppose results 1, first cycle results. Take this path, okay, path later. Here, I want to execute, I want to export result. To this file. Actually not required. The same only you can export. Just a minute. Just a minute. You can export to another file or same file. See here, result column also there na, Samir.
Yes, sir.
You can export to this same file or you can export to other file. Suppose I am going to export to the same file. Here result column is 7, sheet is 5. Data table of 7 comma 5 equal to, say, reading time data table right side, source is right side, destination is left side, writing time data table left side. Now it is destination. Okay, first case over. Next, case CA, no sequence required. Okay, you can maintain sequence. Case CA, data table of 7 comma 5. What is the function? Close underscore app, no arguments. Next, case OO, open underscore order of suppose 8th order. Next, case UO, update underscore order of suppose tickets 2. Over. Like this you can write cases. Just a minute. Run the script. First executing login. We have to remove these display statements. Open the file. Oh, we have to export result to other file. If it is data, if it is Excel object, it will export directly to the same file. Here we have to export to another file. Just a minute. Result. Data table dot export sheet. Next, path of the external file, path for storing, comma, we have to export fifth sheet only. The fifth sheet only result available. Okay, just open this UFT result window. Data test step. See, all steps passed, but what about the second one? Application not closed, failed. Login successful. Next, login successful, order opened. Login successful, order updated, application closed. Second step, just a minute. First, remove display statements. Edit external function library from UFT Samir. Edit that external library file. You can edit externally. I want to edit from UFT tool.
It's from view.
View menu.
Solution Explorer.
Solution Explorer. Here select this one. User. To comment this one. See, it will update external file also. Just I am using wait, just observe. Oh, sorry. Close it. Solution Explorer. Updated. Okay. Run the script. First case over. Second case executing open order. Next, third case executing update order. Open the result file. Just a minute. Test step. Observe Samir. All steps results exported now.
Yes, sir.
And one more thing, if you create the file already, it will export this new sheet. Otherwise, it will create the file. Suppose file not available, it will create the file and export. Now test result file not available. For every iteration, you can use new file. Suppose first cycle execution, first cycle, result one file. You no need to create. It will create. UFT will create and export. Next, second time, second iteration, second cycle. Suppose second regression cycle. Use result 2. Next, use result 3. Just modify the driver script. Result 4 like that. Suppose result 1. Actually, result 1 file not available. Result 1 file not available. Just I gave the path only. Here file not available. File not available. Run the script. See, first case login executing. All are end-to-end scenarios, proper launching of the application and closing of the application. Next, second case open order. Next, third case update order. Over. Open the result file. See, this file was created by UFT tool. How to know? Observe left side bottom. Saujanya, how many sheets are there?
Sir, only one sheet is there, sir.
This file created by UFT. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Any confusion?
No, sir.
No, sir. What we can do is we can append the name of the file with the date and time, so that every time new file will be created and previous one will be there.
Yes. Otherwise, only single step now you can change that one. You can write logic for that every time, date and time.
Yeah.
You can concatenate date and time. Every time it will create new file.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Next, create this one. Initialization script. Just a minute. Before that, I will really delete previous results. Tools. Test run results deletion tool. Okay. Now create initialization script. Initialization script. See, I'm taking new test. Actually, this is AOM script. AOM script. Don't run this script from UFT. Just a minute. See, dim obj UFT, create qtp application object, set obj UFT equal to create object of class value quick test dot application application. Next, on formal statement, optional statement, visible equal to true. Next, launch UFT tool. Launch UFT tool. Object dot launch. Next, open driver script. Here provide the path of the driver. Next, object dot test property dot run method. Next, object dot test property dot close. After running the test, close the test. Next, quit UFT application after running the driver script. Next, release the memory. Set object equal to nothing. Just cut this code. Create initialization script, independent file. Save as VBS file. Initialization.vbs. See, you can store this folder structure in D drive or E drive or somewhere. Just you create shortcut for this executable file. Shortcut. By clicking this shortcut, you can execute series of tests. I stored my framework folder on desktop only. You can store in D drive or E drive or somewhere. Just create shortcut. By clicking on the shortcut, you can execute series of tests. Just click this one. It will launch UFT tool, calls driver script, driver execute tests one by one and export test result as per organizer instructions. And at the end it closes UFT tool. This is one flavor of keyword driven framework. Next, I will adapt a data driven to this approach. Hybrid. Suppose if result file already there, it will overwrite. CFT tool closed. See, file already there, overwrite. See, passed, all steps passed. Just a minute. Result that one. I will send this folder to you by changing the application paths. You can execute this framework. Okay, na Saujanya? I will send that folder.
Yes, sir.
Automation
Even I
folder.
was about to say.
What you have to do? You change the paths according to your mission. Here I used some
Yes, sir.
application paths according to my mission. You change those paths
Yes.
according to your mission and you can execute. Just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Next, run result deletion tool. Okay. Just a minute. I will send that folder. Next, I'm going to adopt data driven approach to this keyword driven approach. Just a minute. I'm going to use same resources. This time I'm adding data driven tests. Then you can call this framework as hybrid framework. Hybrid framework means combination of two or more approaches. Just create one test data file. Suppose I want to execute login, open order, update order, general execution means one iteration, one time execution with single input. Login, open order, update order. These three tests with single inputs. General execution. Next, I want to execute login and open order multiple iterations, data driven. Create test data file. Sorry. Create test data file. Suppose name is input. Agent name. Password. Results. Next, order number. Results. Suppose 5 sets of test data. Here use positive, valid and invalid inputs. Suppose 1, 2, 7, 40, 10. Suppose first input in this login, valid. Second, incorrect agent name. Agent name must be 4-digit value in this application. Next, incorrect password. Next, agent name blank. Last record again valid. First record, last record valid. Next, middle 3 records invalid. Here, fourth record 40. That 40 record not available. Okay. Next, this is test data file. Update the driver script. See, just I am going to use same resources, but this time we are adding data driven approach. See, first folder structure I zipped, I packed that one. If you want to execute only keyword driven, you can use that first folder structure. This is second one. Just a minute. Open. Where is that open? It is showing same. Okay. Desktop. See, folder name I changed that folder name na, main folder name na. That's why it is showing missing resources. Remove resources and add once again. See, resources, add. I changed that main folder name. Function library. Next, object repositories. First deassociate, then again associate. Object repository. Associate with this current action. Okay. Now no errors. Next, import this test data file. Create one more sheet. Data table dot add sheet input. Import that one. Data table dot import sheet. Provide path of the test data file. Path of the test data file. Within double quotes. Comma. Tell me, Samir, source and destination. Samir.
Yes, sir. Can you open the input Excel file?
Input file, first sheet, data available. In the first sheet only data available for these two cases. So source file sheet ID 1, comma, destination 6. Good. 6. 1, comma 6. Okay. Importing. Next, you update that organizer spreadsheet. Module OK. Test cases. We add 2 more cases. Oh, just a minute. Next, fourth one, login. First one, login normal execution using single input. Fourth one, login data driven using multiple inputs. Data driven. Next, open order data driven. Open order data driven. Suppose Y. Next, test steps. TC004 underscore TS1. Login data driven. I am writing single step. We can call 2 functions for this keyword. Login and close application. That keyword is L and D, login data driven. You can use any meaningful keyword. TC004. You data from input.xls. Next, for open order data driven, 3 steps required. Login, one time iteration. Observe Samir, for open order data driven, 3 high level steps required na. First login required na. Login general means one iteration.
Yes, sir.
Next, open order data driven. Next, close application. It is 005 underscore TS1. Just login, open order, data driven, next close application. At the end, close application. Login one iteration, open order multiple iterations, close application one iteration. Login, open order, close application. ln, suppose OOD CA. TC005. What is the problem? TC005. For login, agent password, OOD, input XLS, CA, not applicable. Next, update the driver script. Here, 2 more cases required. Case LND, login data driven. See, within this case, again loop required. Observe, first loop, within loop condition, within condition case structure, within case again loop. But this loop is independent loop. First nested loop, condition, case, again loop. First take row count of input, Saujanya, row count of input sheet.
Input, yeah, row count.
Suppose input IP row count, IP
Equal
row
to
count equal to data table dot get sheet of sheet ID 6
yes sir
dot get row count.
And again we need to
set current row.
yes
Just
sir.
a minute.
Data
Loop structure. Loop for
loop sir. Yeah.
IJKL.
L.
Suppose
L equal to
1 to
IP row count.
Next set current row.
Data table dot
just not case sensitive. Data table dot set current row of L. Next, execute that login one time. Next, login multiple times. Login multiple times. Just a minute. Where is that input file? See, in the input file, first two rows input, third row output. Okay, 3. This is 3. Data table dot data table dot data table of 3 comma 6 equal to just a minute. Just to open the organizer. Okay. Test data. Third column 3 comma 6 equal to login of provide data table parameters. Samir, data available in first second columns for this function. Data table
1 comma 6
1 comma 6 comma data table of 2 comma 6. Next, one more function required. Close underscore app. Okay, just you execute only this function, only this one. Just a minute. organizer, module OK test case. Only login data driven. Run. The data table import sheet. What is the problem? 10th line. Import sheet 1, observe the problem, Samir. 1,3. What is the problem?
To change the path name, right? ABCD
Yes. We changed that folder path na, main folder path na. Change organizer also. Okay, one time activity. Okay. Run the script. Still, extern this one also. Output file also. Output file. Test the result file. Run. We're not executing anything. Observe Samir. Organizer. In this login data driven only executable. Here I didn't write mod. Belongs to mod 1. Mod 1. Run. See login. Every time closing. Second time incorrect, invalid agent name. Invalid agent name. Third time incorrect password. Incorrect password. Next, fourth iteration, agent name blank, no agent name, only password. Next, fifth iteration, valid input. over. Just a minute. View last run results. View data. Input. Oh, messages problem, I think. Observe, Samir, first iteration passed, second iteration, third iteration, fourth iteration failed na. But message problem, I have to write unsuccessful, but failed na.
Yeah.
Last iteration again passed na. Just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Good. You change that message view solution explorer user. The first framework also you need to change that one. Unsuccessful. Login unsuccessful. Next, open order. Open order. So you can use same code, same loop. You write one more case. Not same loop, same logic. OOD. OOD. IP row count all are okay. LEM. EM. Next, test data. Fifth column, data. Sixth column, result. Sixth column, result. See, data table of 6, 6. Next, open underscore order. Data table of 5, 6. Close application not required. Okay na, Samir?
Sir, we need to close that, sir. That
Close?
data table we opened parenthesis. We need to close with one more.
Here,
Yeah.
open order
We
of
don't need.
data table of, just a minute. Here 1, 2, 3. Data table of, one more required. Okay. Next, export that result to data driven result. Sixth sheet. Just a minute. Change the organizer. Change the organizer. This time I want to execute open order and login. Open order and login. Data driven only. Next, general execution. I will add next iteration. This time only data driven tests. Run. First login. Login second iteration. Next. Login third iteration. Next login fourth iteration. Next login fifth iteration, last iteration. Next open order, login, open order, close application. Login one time, open order multiple times, close application single time only. Just view last run results, data, input. Observe login data driven result. Samir, first iteration login successful passed. Second iteration login unsuccessful failed. Third unsuccessful failed. Fourth one unsuccessful failed. Fifth one successful passed. First iteration, last iteration passed. Middle three iterations failed. Okay. Next, what about this open order? Only this one it is showing. What is the problem? Try to identify. Say for open order we are reading data also from external file na. For input also conversion required.
Yes.
For input also. See cint of order number. Next cint of ORD. See conversion for input as well as output. Next time try to execute open order only. Only open order data driven. Only open order data driven. Over. You can control the test execution process using organizer. Over. Say view last run results, data, input. Observe Saujanya, open order, first iteration, second and third. First three iterations passed. Fourth iteration failed. Again fifth iteration
failed
passed.
and fifth one is passed.
Next, execute all cases. Normal execution as well as data driven testing. Normal cases and data driven cases. Just a minute. What is that one? There is just update order case. Okay, otherwise it will show fail. This time I want to execute all cases. All cases. Just a minute, first view the result. Result 1. Observe left side bottom, Saujanya. 2 sheets na.
Yes, sir.
See, input sheet. In this input sheet, you can find data-driven test result. In this test step first sheet, test step sheet, you can find
normal
general test execution result. Okay, na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here, in the last iteration, we executed only open order.
Open order.
Just a minute. Now, execute all cases, normal cases, and data-driven cases. Okay, save. Just execute using driver script, initialization script. Here you just change the path, one-time activity. Take the driver path. Any changes? Okay.
Sir, do we need to dim those variables or we don't need to?
See,
Is that okay?
I didn't use option explicit statement. You declare all variables.
So we are okay.
Now we are okay. If you use option explicit statement, then it will show error. So try to declare all variables at top of the program.
Okay, sir. Yeah, I just want to confirm that.
Just a minute. You can store your framework folder anywhere in the hard disk. Just create shortcut, desktop shortcut. By clicking on that file, you can execute series of tests and export result. See, execute, launching UFT tool, calling driver, first executing normal test cases, one-time iteration, first login over, next open order over, next update order running, update order over, normal test case execution over, next 2 data driven tests, first login data driven first iteration over, second iteration invalid agent name, over, error handled, next third iteration incorrect password, over, error handled, Next, fourth iteration, agent name blank. Next, last iteration valid. Login data driven over. Next, open order data driven. First login one iteration, open order multiple, next close application. See, UFT application closed, UFT tool closed. Test results. See, this is normal execution. Next, data driven. See, login. First iteration passed, last iteration passed, middle three failed. Next, open order. First three iterations passed, fourth one failed, fifth one again passed. Okay, now, Samir.
Yes, sir.
Say, I will send as assignment. I will send one web application specs. You use same framework structure. You create hybrid framework for that application. I will send specifications. Say, you know that application www.gcrit e-commerce application.com/build3. This is user interface. I will send a specification for this application. Here login is there. Next, customer registration is there. Just a minute. Login functionality is there. Customer registration functionality is there. This is user interface. Next, admin interface also there. Admin. See, this is admin interface. E-commerce application, online shopping portal, admin at 123. See here some functionalities are there. Adding products, add product, edit product, delete product, etc. Add, where is add? New category, new product. Okay. I will send a specification for that web application. You use same hybrid framework structure what we discussed for sample application, UFT sample application, and create a hybrid framework. Okay, now Samir?
Yes, sir.